All right. So we'll record and of course we'll put it on our YouTube page later on today. Any handouts I do in the try to get out to you so that you have them for future reference. And then of course the video will be up. Um, Chelsea is our special guest today, and I'm fine to do whatever order you guys want. Usually, I just throw reminders sort of in the beginning, which is you guys, for the most providers, for the most part, are coming, haven't already closing out your PM2. That's your midway point. Um, just remember, you don't have to wait until the very last day to do them for assessments. It's okay to do them when the window opens. It does have to be done within the window. So we had a few people that did them a little, a day early. I would recommend, we've had a few people call us and say they can't find reports. I would recommend when running your reports that you use the custom option, not the winter um, option when selecting the period that you want, the progress monitoring period. If you use the custom option and actually plug in the dates that we give you, that will give you the specific dates for your site because the state has like preset dates. And if your window is just outside of those dates, then you won't get the kids' reports that you're looking for. So use the custom option, plug in the dates that we give you in that email. The system is emailing lots of reminders. I apologize if you've finished and gotten another reminder email. We've been working out some kinks in our reminding system. So, but if you've got that email saying that you've finished, then you're good. And if we're reaching out to you, it would be because of certain children perhaps still missing. But for the most part, everybody's getting done. And we have a few sort of, it goes on into March or into mid-February a little bit. But if you have any questions, Mary and I are here to help you. So please let us know. And that's all I think I have for reminders. The only other thing is New Worlds reading. So that is still available to your families if you have any children. Really, the state encourages to share that link with all families and then let them decide if the family qualifies or not for the New Worlds books. So I can put that link in the chat. So please share that with families, even if um, you might think they might not qualify, share the link, let them sign up, and then the state will tell them whether or not they're eligible for that program. And that does give them books up through sixth grade, fifth grade, something like that. They get books all year long. So I'll put the link in when I come back around. But I think that's it. I think I have Chelsea, did you want to go first or last?
I'll go last.
Last. Okay, so we'll let Chelsea hang out in the
Ooh.
background, and we have Deborah and Claudia again to talk about creating classrooms. So where everyone belongs, so close to my heart, the inclusion, which we don't say inclusion anymore, right?
Correct. Yes.
But
Thank you.
thank you, ladies, and take it away.
Thank you, Gina. So Claudia, I was wondering, can you see my notes or can you see the slide?
Slides.
Oh, awesome. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. All right. Thank you for joining us today in our session, Creative Classrooms Where Everyone Belongs. Like Gina said, my name is Deborah Wilcox. I am a technical assistant specialist here at the Early Learning Coalition of Palm Beach County. And of course, we have my wonderful, wonderful partner. I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself.
All right. All right. Hi, everyone. Very excited to be here today and have you here. So, you know me, I'm Claudia Rios, a technical assistant specialist in the Early Learning Coalition, and we're gonna jump in. Let's
All right.
go.
And we also want to say welcome to Chelsea, our boss lady. We're so happy that she's here. I just
Woohoo!
found out that she was going to be here today. So we're so happy that you're joining us, Chelsea.
Thank you for your flexibility.
All right, so let's start. So in our VPK classrooms, every moment from our morning greetings to center time conversations, it shapes how children feel about themselves, their peers, and their learning environment. When children experience a strong sense of belonging, we see more positive behavior, deeper engagement, and richer instructional interactions. Today, we'll explore how the everyday choices you make, how you listen, guide, encourage, and respond directly strengthens the children's behavior. It enhances their instructional quality and it supports class performance. So, together, we'll look at simple, creative, and intentional ways to create a classroom where everyone belongs. So, let's dive in. Okay, so we will start off with a fun icebreaker, a quick check. How do you build belonging in your classroom? So I want you to take a look at the three options below on the screen here. I want you to type A, B, or C into the chat to show which one reflects your current practice the most. So you see here, A says, I intentionally greet students at the door as they enter. B says, I display materials that reflect diverse cultures and identities. C says, I regularly invite student voice when making classroom decisions. So I want you to take a look at those three options and which one reflects your current practice the most. Go ahead and type it in the chat. You know we love when you engage in the chat. We love it, love it, love it. So go
Yes.
ahead and select A, B, or C to let us know what you do. And if it's something different, you can go ahead and write that in the chat as well.
Yeah. Different is good too. And we are already having some responses. Miss Ara is saying B. Miss Selema, hi guys. B. Marjorie, A. Amanda, C. Diana, A. Barbara, A.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Let's get it blowing.
A
Yes,
lot of
I
intentionally
love it.
greetings at the doors.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And Catherine says B and read books in multiple languages. Ooh,
Go,
love it.
Catherine. Wow.
Multiple, I wish. Rani says C. So it's like a variety here, huh?
Wow.
Yeah, and I bet you do a lot of different things more. Like you can type in the chat so we can learn more.
Yes.
Yeah. So those are the responses. A, let me see. Andrea says A. Nicole A. Irma A. Welcome all my VPK teachers. Hi,
Wow.
welcome. Fran says A. All right. A lot of participation. Thank you. Now we
Thank you,
know you're
everyone.
there.
Now we know that you are checking yourself and you're definitely adding in that sense of belonging in your classroom. Thank you so much for entering your answers in the chat. We absolutely love it every time you do. All right, let's go ahead to the next slide, slide 3. All right, so let's take a look at a short video on why belonging matters in the classroom. So in this video, we'll look at how simple everyday interactions can strengthen children's sense of belonging and how that directly supports behavior management, instructional quality, and strong class practices in your VPK classroom. So let's dive into this video and see how small moments can create a big impact. Let's see. And Claudia, can you let me know if you hear the sound? I'm not sure.
Probably the part of my classroom.
Yes, a little low. Can you?
The amount
Yes,
of
turn it up
community,
some.
the
Let's see
feeling of community. You sense
if I
that
can
the
turn it up. Okay, I'm going to try to turn it up
relationships
a
and the
little.
communal environment between the children, not just between the staff and the children,
Still a
but
little
Is it
low.
still
amongst
low? Okay, hold
Mm-hmm.
on one second. I may have to turn it up here. Let's
Probably.
see.
No, I have all the volume.
Okay, let's see if we can try this again. And let me know if you can hear it. Thank you, everyone, for being so patient as I get the volume levels correct. Hopefully, this works. Let's see, Claudia. Let's see here.
probably the part of my classroom
It's the
that
same. Is everybody listen? Probably it's me.
the feeling of community. You sense
Oh, here
that
we go.
the relationships and the
There. Uh-huh.
Okay,
better. It's
between
better.
Here.
children,
Thank
not just
you.
okay,
between the classroom
let's
that
go
I'm the
back.
proudest of is
Okay, thank you, Claudia.
Okay.
probably the part of my classroom that I'm the proudest of is the amount of community, the feeling of community. You sense that the relationships and the communal environment between the children, not just
Uh-oh.
between the staff and the children, but amongst each other. We do the ask three and then me philosophy in the classroom, meaning that if a child came to us, can you open this jar? Can you button my smock? Can you do this? Our response automatically was ask three children, and then if they're not willing to help you, then come back to us. Making ourselves available, but encouraging them to help each other.
It says that I don't want 6.
So she rolled 6, so help her count them. Can you show her?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
And very quickly it took off. And it was so beautiful to see, even those small interactions. But then from there, we noticed, then they were talking to each other about their weekends. They were having conversations when they're drawing on their boards. A lot of times they'll help each other, oh, we're not doing that step yet, and giving each other the cues, which takes away from the teacher having to intervene. And while obviously I'm a presence in the room, it's nice to see them scaffolding each other's learning.
So
Where does it lead to?
What's
the destination?
Whoa! 3, 6, 7. No, you passed it. No, you didn't go 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's nice to see that type of support being given, but it's even nicer to see it being received as a caring gesture as opposed to, oh, I can do it myself, which a lot of times in preschool you see. But the children, because it's such a safe community, they don't sense that threat. They really all care about each other. It's really nice.
Wow, what a
Yeah.
great video, Claudia.
Yeah, I loved it. Since I watched it, I love it.
Wow, yes. So to sum up this video, so belonging in a VPK classroom or any classroom, it matters because it creates that sense of community that impacts everything. As you saw in the video, the children felt safe, they belong, they explore, they take risks, they're communicating their needs and ideas, they're building relationships and learning how to regulate their emotions, they're engaging deeply in learning. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video as much as Claudia and I did.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. All right, let's go to the next slide. All right, so let's take a look at our objective for today. So participants will understand how everyday classroom interactions that promote belonging directly support behavior management, instructional quality, and class performance in VPK classrooms. So how belonging looks like in daily practices. So let's take a look at emotional support. So when we refer to our pre-K class dimensions guide, it states high emotional support fosters belonging by ensuring children feel safe, valued, and connected. When teachers respond warmly, build trusting relationships, and celebrate each child's individuality, children experience the message, I matter here. And this is the place where I am understood and cared for. So if you take a look at the following images here on the screen, you can see that these are some ways that children feel belonging through emotional support. Go ahead and take a look at the pictures and read some of the phrases that you see. Some of the phrases are, I am welcome here. They're happy to see me. They care about me. We respect and cooperate with each other. We love each other. I can have my own space when I need it. Why is this important for children to feel this way? So belonging is foundational for behavior. When children believe they are welcome, safe, and valued, the stress levels decrease and cooperation increases. So children who feel secure are less likely to act out. not because they're compliant, but because their nervous system feels supported and regulated.
Mhm.
Yes, right, Claudia? And emotional
Yes.
safety, it drives learning. A child's brain learns best when it feels safe. So feeling cared for and when they're respected, it allows the child to take risks, try new things, recover from mistakes, and stay engaged longer. We also talked about that respect and cooperation. It helps children develop empathy, conflict resolution skills, perspective taking, and the ability to work with their peers. These are essential skills for both school readiness and long term success in relationships. So it also builds a sense of autonomy, and it also prepares children for the future, building that confidence and that resilience. So, in short, these phrases aren't just feelings, they are protective factors. They help children behave better, learn more deeply from healthier relationships, and build the internal tools they'll use for the rest of their lives. Wow, I think that is a major fact.
Mhm.
All right, so let's dive in to classroom organization and how belonging looks like in those daily practices. So, again, on our screen, you can see we have pictures that represent how classroom organization looks like with belonging, and we also have a few quotes here for you to read as well. So, in class, strong classroom organization helps children feel a deep sense of belonging by creating predictable, accessible, and well structured spaces where every child can move, explore, and participate independently. So, when children experience smooth routines and clear expectations, they feel capable, included, and calm. So, some of our quotes on the screen, you see it says, "My teacher is all prepared for this activity. I am happy to participate. I know how to take care of the materials all by myself. Materials are organized in a way that allows me to independently reach and explore the shelves. My teacher teaches me a lot of cool things, and I know my daily routines. Even when we line up, it's fun." So classroom organization, it's essential for helping children to feel like they truly belong. Um, with accessible materials, when shelves and centers and supplies are arranged so all children can reach and use them independently, it sends the message that you're meant to participate here. With the predictable routines and clear expectations, it reduces stress and allows children to settle in, explore, and take risks in their learning. Children know what to expect and they feel like, hey, I can handle this because I feel safe. They feel like this is a place for me here. It helps support their self regulation. All right. So, when we also have those smooth transitions, you can use music, gestures, or visual cues. It helps the children to move from one activity to another without confusion or chaos. This builds belonging and it helps the child stay connected with the group. So, this was a little dive in into how classroom, organization, and belonging intertwine. All right, let's look at, I believe, the last slide I'm going to go over. And let's take a look at instructional support. So, the same format here, we have our pictures on the screen and our quotes on the screen here, or our statements. So, in class, instructional support is strengthened when children are fully included and able to engage meaningfully with the materials and ideas. When the environment is accessible and responsive, children experience deeper learning, stronger confidence, and a greater sense of belonging in the classroom community. So let's take a look at a few of the statements. So it says, "My teacher is always asking questions that really make me think. We are always experiencing knowledge. This is awesome. What is going to happen with the seed we just planted? Let me think. My teacher is always helping me understand new concepts. And I can't wait to tell my teacher we always have great conversations." So it's all about helping every child feel competent, valued, and connected during their learning experiences. to let them know that their ideas matter and they can think deeply, and also that they're an important part of the learning community. So we do go through teaching the children the concept development. When teachers encourage the children to think and problem solve and explore ideas, it reinforces to the child that their thoughts are important. Teachers can also explore quality of feedback. That's the specific encouraging feedback that helps children feel capable and supported. And we know all about this because when we're getting assessed, these are the areas that we definitely, in the nation and in the state, we score low on. So we definitely can bring that belonging and connect it with the concept development, with the quality of feedback and the language modeling. This will also help the children grow. It's a powerful tool for children who need extra support or alternative ways to show what they know. So, adding in the language modeling, when teacher engage in those rich conversation, asking those open-ended questions, and using children's words to for and allows them to feel seen and valued. And children know my voice is important here. So, in essence, instructional support nurtures belonging by helping every child feel capable, heard, and connected during learning. So, when children experience responsive, inclusive teaching, they learn, oh, we're not using the word inclusive. So, when they experience this belonging and teaching, they learn more and they feel like they truly belong in the classroom community. So that was an overview of instructional support, the classroom organization, and social emotional, and what belonging looks like connected with those terms and in the classroom. So, Claudia, I think you're on slide 8. I'm going to go ahead and pass it to you.
All right. So I think it's like a lot of things to talk about when we were on this topic, like belonging. It's the beginning of everything because we need to know as humans that we belong somewhere to like accomplish so many things, to feel good, to participate. And sometimes teachers, when I go around, I see that we need to really go like deeper in language because we're very busy as teachers in that role, and we forget even to take a time, and we forget like probably phrases like things we can use to talk to them regarding every domain. So language is very important. Why? Because that invites children to feel accepted, to feel safe, to feel value, as Deborah was saying. And that warm, inclusive words help children feel welcome to participate, share ideas, take risks, and engage in learning. So this belonging is really how we teach our community. Like you as teachers and you as directors, you're building a community. You're building a community in your school with everyone included, with your teachers, your children, but with the families, with all people that can help you, like therapists and everyone. So this topic is really something that we need to reflect about and take it into consideration in our like daily routines. So now we're gonna talk about how we use language that invites children in regarding emotional support. So you see that we have some like a few phrases there, like you're welcome here. And we're gonna go a little bit over all this, but I just wanna go really quick. When we are using this language, like this kind of language, you're welcome here every day, your value, this is a safe place to be yourself. Probably, you don't know, but probably a child in her house is sharing with siblings like I was, I have other two and I was very like the talker, like outstanding and doing a lot of all over the place. I think my mom was tired with me. But I needed to be like that because my older sister, she was very like intelligent, really wise, and his word. And my other one was a crazy one. So I needed to be like in the middle and call the attention by doing something, by being someone there. And probably, you have children in your in your classroom that need to be playing a role at home. Probably they're not alone. We don't know parents, we don't know family cultures. And here in the classroom, we have to commit. You as teacher, you as director, you need to commit to invite them and create that atmosphere, like someone where they can feel free. I can be me. I can speak my own thoughts. I can provide my own ideas. So it's nice when we do that in the classroom, when you can tell your teachers not just by language but by actions, because that is communicating too. You're feeling smarter. I notice. Let me help you. I notice you're struggling with something. You don't have to struggle alone. That's something we need to learn. Even as an adults, we are like, I don't know, instructed to be, oh, I need to do this by myself. I can't ask for help. No, we don't have to struggle alone. And in the classroom, they need to know that. They need to know that their ideas, when they share them, matter to the group, to the community, that they have choices. It's not just the teacher, providing every direction, and that the voice is heard in the classroom. So language including like in arrival time, and that it's including like they will cross from the office, the main entrance. They're gonna see the director, they're gonna see the admin people, and it's very nice when they, I know we're all busy, but when we are there, when they can see your smile, when they can hear, I'm happy you're here, we're glad you came today, because they noticed probably that he didn't come yesterday, probably was sick. And oh, they missed me, right? You belong here. Good morning, I missed you. Come join us. That is very inviting. Like that, those moments are very important when in centers we can tell them, try your way. This is my way. That's the way of your friends, but you can try your own way. Tell me about what you're doing, what you're working on. I want to see your idea. This is my idea, but show me yours, right? The job you're doing is important in this class. So you know how when we select those helpers, the door holder is the leader. Oh, I want to hold the door for everyone. But even I don't know, the centers checker, like at the end, let's see, go around and see if everyone is fixed in the centers. That is important too. And we have to let them know, right? And with feelings, when you see someone struggling with some strong feeling, you can just approach and let him know, let her know, I'm here for you. It's okay to feel like in that way. I'm here to help you. You're not alone. Let's figure it out together, right? I believe in you. How many times do you hear that? I believe in you. They keep
Not
telling you,
much.
oh no, I don't believe in you. You told me that, but I don't believe. Right? So we need that. That makes us feel like we belong here. I want to be here, right? How many times our children don't want to be in our classrooms? So we gotta think, how many times teachers don't want to be in the school because they don't feel like they belong there? So we have to make this as a culture in our places, okay? When emotions are dismissed, it's like you can hear in the classroom, you're okay, stop crying, it's not a big deal, you're fine, go play. That is dismissive. And we hear that a lot, and probably we use that a lot, but we gotta be careful, because when we use that language, emotions are dismissed, children feel unheard, and belonging and trust weaken. So let's think about that. We're gonna go to slide number 9. And we're going to talk about this language and classroom organization. So regarding that, we have here like some examples, like this is what is expected from you, talking about behavior, because we have to have clear behavior expectations and they need to know that. All right, so rules, this is something important, guys. Rules help you succeed, not get in trouble. Sometimes we use the rules to just point at the one is breaking the rule. It's your fault. You always do it, like things like that. So rephrase that, reshape that. We need that to change our minds, okay, in that. And your time matters. Why? Because as teachers and as directors, sometimes we need materials, let's say, just to go for something simple. And we can't do a project if we already told the director that we needed that and they didn't have the time to provide it. Like, and everything is like a chain. And at the end, we're telling the children, oh, we're gonna do something really nice for Valentine's Day, but sorry, we can't because we're not prepared, right? Because right now we gotta do something else. My time didn't matter here, right? So we gotta be prepared every day. We have to show them that, and we gotta tell them like every time we're transitioning what is coming next, because we have anxious kids. They want to know what is next. What are they are sometimes they don't rest. You feel that they're here and there, and probably it's even some attention issue that they're facing. So when we're talking about language regarding classroom organization, in group time and circle time, we can include let's listen to each other instead of be saying, oh, shh, oh, that. When I hear that, let me tell you something. When I go into a classroom and I hear the educator just doing, shh, I'm talking, shh, that is very like, oh, my heart. I don't know you guys, but I feel
Mhm.
that. All right. So let's listen to each other. You're letting them know in a different way that we're gonna take turns, right? Everyone's ideas matter. So we're gonna listen to their idea. Who would like to share? Thank you for using your voice. We learn better together. In transitions, when we're coming from one activity to another, I'll help you. We'll do this together. You're safe here. Take your time, and you can come with me. And like that take your time is hard sometimes. Let's say they're having lunch, right? They're having lunch, and we know this child takes long time eating. So what we hear is like, hey, hurry up, hurry up. We gotta go to use the bathroom. We gotta do it. And we're rushing our kids. We're rushing everyone around us. So we can start before, like letting him know, or whoever is taking time. Hey, you remember next we're gonna do this and that. So take your time, but remember we have to do this. Okay, be more. I think we need to show more kindness in the classrooms. All right. So we can invite participation. Come join us. How many times we see a child that is shy and doesn't want to participate? Right? Or someone that is not shy, but that they doesn't want to participate. So we have to notice that, okay? And invite them, let them choose where to start doing something. We're getting ready together. Let's do this as a team. That concept of team, it's powerful too. All right. So we're gonna go ahead to the next one. I have a lot of things. Probably I'm gonna drop this on the chat, but I'm excited to hear Chelsea, and I don't want to take too long, and I don't want to talk too much. So we're gonna go to the last. Is not the last. No, the number 9. That would be classroom organization. Sorry, instructional support. Yeah, instructional support. So this one is one that we really need to include because, as Deborah said, we really need to be practicing this part to not just for scores. It's because it's fair, because you are excellent educators, you're excellent directors with your team, and children, they deserve the best every day. And I know we can do it if we practice every day. All right, we master things if we practice. If we don't give us the opportunity to practice, we're never gonna get there. But together we can. All right, so this is where we score the least. And I think we're starting to see changes in this instructional support. So what's going to happen in instructional support using that language, like belonging language that invites children in? So we're going to hear more that we express to our children that their thoughts are important. You are allowed to think, wonder, and try, even if you fail. Because this is instructional support is not about right answers. It's all the process. It's everything they do to get there, to be thinking and express their thinking, right? So we're gonna be telling them that we notice their efforts, that mistakes can help you learn, that we are there to grow, to help them grow and learn. And in that, we can invite thinking. So, like, ask questions, like you all know, and I see posted a lot of questions on the walls to as a reminder. But you can include more. Tell me how you know this or that. What do you think will happen next? I want to hear your idea. This is my idea, but I want to hear your idea. Let's think about this together. There is more than one way to try. So we have to lose control a little bit of that, because sometimes we want them to do and think how we're thinking and we're doing things. So validating children's ideas is it's letting them know that their idea is interesting. The way they think is interesting. You gave us something to think about. Your idea helps our learning. I'm glad you're sharing that and all that. And before uh, before going any farther, I want to tell you something. Sometimes we're very like focused to like compliance, and we put compliance like before connection, over connections better. And even in that's like with compliance, you can get great things here, but with connections, you're gonna get things like they're gonna last. You can feel that over the time with the connection you create with your children in your community. So that encouragement, persistent, you did it, you didn't give up. You see, mistakes help us learn and all that. That will be the encouragement that is needed in our classrooms for them to accomplish any tasks. Okay, so we can go ahead to the next one.
Claudia, before we move on, I just wanted to add in a
Yeah,
little tiny tidbit.
yes.
So I just encourage the teachers to also take a look around their classroom, take a look at the different cultures in your classroom, diversities in your classroom, not just that, even the interests of the children, and
Mm-hmm.
try to bring that into the classroom. Really find their interests, their diverse, their culture, invite the parents to bring in items from their cultures or different diversities, their interests, bring it in, explore that so you can know what your children like, what they're interested in. They may learn different, they may look at the world different. So to bring in those different cultural items, just for all children to
Mm-hmm.
share each other's family life and to share each other's world.
Yeah, that is truth. That is truth. And the language that misses instructional opportunities is that language that sometimes we use, like good job, with no feedback, not description. No, that's wrong. That is something that can affect our children and just shut down the thinking. But we're gonna go ahead to the next slide. I'm gonna drop off uh, a resource with this language in the chat later. All right, so conclusion, we came to the conclusion that creating a classroom where everyone belongs is more than a goal. It's a daily practice. It's built with small moments, right? By using strategies that support learning, engagement, and social emotional growth, we help every child feel valued and capable. All right. When we intentionally connect these practices to VPK metrics, you see, I know we're looking forward that, okay? We ensure that children not only meet developmental standards, but also enjoy the process of learning. And a classroom full of belonging is a classroom full of curiosity, joy, and success. Learn learn early and learn for life. That's how we said in the ELC. And something that I want to tell you, a classroom like that is gonna have it's gonna be rich in interactions, and that's gonna affect your quality score, which is the class score. So we're gonna go ahead to the comments and questions. We're gonna leave it until the end, okay?
Okay.
So now I'm gonna go ahead and give this time to Chelsea. We're excited having you here.
Hello, everybody. Happy February. I was going to say January. That is done. January is over.
It's over.
I wanted to share an opportunity with you all. I thought this would be a great spot to share before I share it with all VPK providers because I know you guys are so consistent with attending these VPK Fast webinars. You're connected to your VPK Fast data. You want to support your educators and the children in your program. And so we want to make sure that we can get resources in your hands to share with your educators as we're in what I just calculated the last 15 weeks of VPK. So if you want to put that into perspective, there's 15 more weeks of VPK until graduation, which is huge. Time is definitely flying by. And so we developed some activities that I want to share with you and see if you're interested in receiving these activities to really boost emergent reading skills in your VPK kids before they graduate and go off to kindergarten. So I'm going to share and we'll see how the tech works. I'm going to move things over. Gina, could you let me share? Or maybe Deborah or Claudia, if you have ability.
You should be able to do a co-host.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna switch it around and you tell me if you see the right version. Do you see the full slide?
Now we do, yeah.
No?
Yes.
Okay. So we've named this opportunity sprint to readiness because I know if any of you are runners, that is not me, but that sprint is that, final push till the end of the race. And a lot of times I think just based on time, we do feel like we're racing the clock and making sure that we can support our VPK kids and give them everything that they need to feel successful and confident in kindergarten. And I know that that's a big task. And so we want to just support you and provide resources that hopefully help and support your educators. So when you see the email come from me, it's called Sprint to Readiness. Why are we doing this? We have a goal, a lofty goal that by 2030, 100% of children are ready for kindergarten. So currently, based on last year's numbers, children from VPK entered kindergarten ready. So there was 72% of our VPK kids entered kindergarten ready. And so, as a step towards this goal, we want to provide weekly activities that target emergent reading skills to really break it down by skill set and objective that aligns to the VPK FAST tool. So, when we look at our VPK FAST data, and you all have access to those reports, we're really wanting to target the children that fall between the 25 and 39th percentile in the VPK FAST from your PM2 scores. So for those of you that have finished PM2, and Gina mentioned that at the beginning, I know the window is very small to finish, so we want to make sure we get everyone's assessments completed so that you have really robust data on where your children are as far as their skill level within literacy. And so these kids that fall between the 25th and 39th percentile are considered on watch. So what does that mean for you? Those kids could either do a jump up and now they're on target, or they may have a little slide backwards. And so we want to be intentional with those children, and this benefits all children, but those kids that may be kind of falling in the middle that could use a little boost of support around these emergent reading skills. And ultimately, we know that based on the performance metrics that you all are held to when it comes to your class score, the learning gains, and the achievement score, this can really support not only your learning gains to show that boost of children within their just gains from PM1 to PM3, but it can also help them reach that achievement score for PM3. So our intentional, approach is that we have play-based activities that are focused on emergent reading skills, and we really try to keep them simple enough where you do just one a day. So it's not adding more to your long list of to do for your schedule, but it's really adding one activity a day that's aligned to those skills. So knowing that there's 15 weeks, we have scheduled out 14 weeks of activities, as well as we're going to include a child questionnaire that really helps you measure that skill progression. And when we're talking about who you're measuring, it's really still targeting those kids that are in the 25th to 39th percentile. So you're not measuring everyone, because we know that some of your kids are already meeting or on target. And so it's really to target those kids that you know may need some additional boosts or intervention. So we've broken down each week and identified one of the skills so that you can really create that repetition within the classroom, and you can have that continuity to support your kids in your program, and really breaking it down by skill. So rhyming, alliteration, syllables, blending sounds, letter recognition, and each of those weeks builds on each other so that you're starting, from the beginning of letter recognition and you're ending in story comprehension. And all of these align to those skills that are assessed within the VPK FAST. And now I see this and it's kind of hard to read. So this will also come out to you by email. But basically, you're going to be starting each week with a new set of activities, and you'll be identifying the kids whose score of PM2 falls between 25 and 39%, and I'll show you what that looks like. And then you'll assess or, complete that questionnaire basically on a monthly basis to see how those children are progressing through those skills. And you'll be doing these activities with all your kids, but you really want to measure the ones that are falling within that on watch range. So this is an example of what the lessons will look like. So, At the top, it will give you the skill. It will tell you what the activity is, the learning objective, what materials are needed, steps, teacher language prompts, and any adaptations that you can make for your diverse learners. And really, we try to keep it where you don't need a lot of different materials. It's things that you already have in your classroom, or keeping it open-ended where you can choose which materials to support that activity. And this is just an example of one of them that we'll be sharing with you. We have changed the order, so rhyming is not week one. We're starting with letter recognition, and that could be, for a lot of your kids, a review. So it's a refresher on what they already know. But for some of your kids, you can see within the FAST that still may be a skill that they need support on. And so you can bring that skill to life within these play-based activities. So as I mentioned, you have the data to look to see which of your children are falling in this on watch zone. So if you pull the STAR summary report under Renaissance, you can see that I highlighted. So you're going to be in the column that says PR. So that's the percentile rank. And you're really looking at the kids that will show between a 25 and a 39. So this particular site, they have 8 children that fall within that range, that they would be those kids that they're going to do the questionnaire on. All kids get to benefit from these activities, but the ones that you really want to see how their skills are progressing through that questionnaire are these 8 children that you know that are on watch. And you can pull this in Renaissance under the STAR summary report, and it will list those numbers for you so you know who to identify. This is an example of the questionnaire that we'll be using. So most of them, based on the category, are really aligned to, a subsection of emergent reading skills like oral language and vocabulary. And you're essentially just checking off if they do that consistently, if it's still developing, or you haven't observed them do it. And you're going to assess after those set of weeks that supported that particular skill. So you're going to do this one section after you finish the weeks that supported oral language. And I will include all of this so you know which weeks belong to which category, and then you'll be able to do the assessment. If you're interested in getting these weekly activities, you can scan the QR code on this flyer. I'll also be emailing it out to you. And so with these activities, it is targeting those on-watch children, but all children will benefit from these activities as a review, and then be able to finish strong, that sprint towards the end of VPK. So here's a bigger QR code if you want to scan it, and I'll also send out a link as well. Any questions? You can always email me after, and I'll stop sharing so I can see.
So if you share the PowerPoint to Chelsea with us, then I can
Mhm.
include that when we send out the recording as well.
Okay.
Um,
Any questions that came up? Maybe no, maybe yes.
I don't see any questions, but
Okay.
we're here. So
They're all stunned. That's what's.
Yeah, so we're just gonna we're happy to share all that initiative for the last part of the year. We all need it in the VPK classrooms. Thank you, Chelsea. I hope everyone feel encouraged to participate. Mhm. And now, at the end, we're leaving these QR codes with trainings that are going to be happening this month in February. So if you want to be part of these trainings, English, Spanish, there is a selection. You can go to see the calendar, and or you can scan these codes to go to these trainings. And I think we are done for today. I know it's a lot of information. So we're gonna let you think, and thank you all for being with us today.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, everyone. If you do have any questions, we are available to you, so please feel free to reach out. We will post the video on YouTube, but I will also get out an email with the link and the supporting PowerPoints that we talked about. And then, Chelsea, are you going to do a separate email just with the reading initiative that you have to VPK?
Yes. And
Okay.
we'll double time. You can do one and I'll do one.
Yeah, I'll include mine with this, and that, if you were here, that might make sense, but then we'll get a general one out to everybody also, just specific to that a new initiative. So thank you. Please enjoy the rest of your week. Stay warm, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank